Hi, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Welcome to Todayish in Spaceflight History. This is a show that we've done. This is like season 3. We do about 3, 4, 5 episodes, and then we seem to get too busy and forget about it. This is where I take a historic spaceflight event. In this case, it's the Cassini Huygens launch, Huygens. And I recreate it in Kerbal Space Program. Now, if some of you don't like when I do Kerbal, too bad. If you don't like Kerbal, just don't watch it. You'll know which ones say Kerbal and which ones don't. This is, in my opinion, I love this. This is the ultimate mission. But what I do is I recreate these missions, and then I teach them to my friend here, Jacob EQ / Uncle Dad.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Tim.
/ What is this?
That's my Lenny Kravitz pin.
Why do you have a Lenny Kravitz pin?
Well, I have a scarf that I wear.
Oh, like Lenny Kravitz. It is the size. Oh my gosh, that is almost as big as Lenny Kravitz's scarf.
And I wear this to keep warm in the Iowa cold. Everyone knows you're from Iowa now.
Oh.
And a friend gifted me the pin.
Well, that's a good friend if you ask me.
Volume up.
Okay, we're gonna push up the volume a little bit here for you guys. This is about all I got for now. But so what we're gonna do? We're gonna pull up Kerbal Space Program here right away.
Yes.
Beepity boopity boop. Look at this. So I pre-built this because I'll show you guys what's inside here. There's a great spacecraft. There's a great spacecraft.
It's gorgeous.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna recreate Starhopper falling over because that happened today in spaceflight history.
Falling over, obviously a space term where you get into orbit and then you re-enter by accident.
Jacob knows literally nothing about space. No, today actually a piece of SpaceX's next rocket their next rocket's called Starship / Super Heavy, but they have this little thing called Starhopper, which was just basically a little like development vehicle, and it fell over. Part of it, the nose cone did.
Literally on the launch pad?
Out at the where they're building out in Boca Chica, Texas.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought it to be so literal.
Yeah, but that's not actually what we're going to do today. That did happen today. This, however, we're taking a lot of liberty. What's that word, liberty? A lot of...
Lady Liberty.
We're taking it to the Lady Liberty. And we're getting a little lenient here because this show is called Todayish in Spaceflight History for a reason. Because this event that we're actually recreating today, we're going to get the Huygens lander. Huygens. Out to what is kind of like Titan. It's called Lathe here in Kerbal. We're going to play stock Kerbal Space Program. And that actually happened on, let's see. Let's find out when that happened. Titan lander, January 14th, 2005.
Pretty close.
So,
What's it, like the 16th?
It's the 23rd.
Oh, well.
Today-ish.
I think in different math sections. I think differently math-wise. So 16 and 23 are very close. In my book.
They are pretty closely related. So here's what we're going to do. So this is a Titan 4B rocket, and inside is a absolute flagship NASA mission. This was the Cassini Huygens mission. It was NASA, ESA, and actually the Italian Space Agency as well. But we're talking probably one of the best missions NASA's ever pulled off. This is a great one to start the season off with because this is as good as it gets.
It's crazy.
So here's what it is.
How long did it take you to build that?
This took me, 20, 30 minutes.
Same as in real life, probably.
I think it probably took NASA about 20 or 30 minutes.
It's great. It's beautiful. I can tell you spent a lot of time on it.
Thank you. I really do try. So this is the Cassini probe is this part up here, which measured a lot of, it flew by and got into orbit. It actually got into orbit around Saturn, which no other spacecraft prior or since have actually gotten into orbit around Saturn. And what it did is it took pictures of the rings, it measured the magnetosphere, it looked at and discovered a bunch of moons, found all these things around Saturn. But one of the coolest things is ESA, the European Space Agency, deployed this little lander called Huygens. And it landed right on Titan, which is a moon of Saturn, which is unlike anything. It's so foreign. This is okay. We'll get to what Titan is like. I think I need to explain this rocket before we take it out to the pad.
Can I just ask one question first?
You're here. By the way,
hate to interrupt.
His name is Jacob EQ, the Everyday Questionnaire. He is here to ask the questions. Let's hear it.
Can we go back up into that nose cone? Mm-hmm. Is that what that's called?
Technically, it's a fairing. Yep.
Let's go up into that fairing.
Okay. You want me to pop up in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anybody ever seen the movie Twister?
Of course.
Okay. Does that not look like the thing in Twister where they send out the little balls, the little sensors out into the air to measure
like a pop can?
Yeah.
Didn't they pop cans on them or something?
Yeah, when they had to, they did. They made little props to keep those things
Well,
up. Anyway, that thing looks exactly like that. Is this the same kind of unit that we're dealing with here?
I don't know how many tornadoes there are out
Okay.
near Saturn.
Enough said.
But yes, honestly,
Okay.
yeah, probably. Wait, now are you talking about the thing that deploys them?
Well, I
Or are
don't
you
know.
talking
I feel
about
like that whole unit is part of the Twister measuring device. Anyway, I didn't want to sidetrack us. Let's keep rolling.
No, that's what you're here for. I do want to point out, maybe we should point this out later, but these engines are very tilted because when we get this long boom out here, this boom, we have to attach it to here because there's not like a folding mechanism in Kerbal.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to attach this on orbit, which it didn't happen in real life. But then the problem is it's so far out there like this that if you were to like take off, it would like
So you
weigh it down.
got to
So we're going to fly this thing real crooked. And
It's not going to just do backflips?
It probably will just do backflips
Okay.
because it's Kerbal Space Program.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to do. Whoa, good thing I got this now.
ISHHHH does say, but yes, it was a science probe and Twister. Corn, Twister. A lot of corn jokes. I like that.
Yeah, our community has become infatuated. Would be a one word for it. Of corn, not the band.
Oh.
Of the
Who's not in love with corn? The band?
Vegetable? Is it a vegetable?
Yeah, of course it is.
I mean, I don't know. And I learned
Listen,
what, like,
you know space,
lagoons
I know
are.
vegetables, and that's a vegetable.
I just recently learned what like a lagoon is. I thought it was like a Laguna Seca raceway or something. I don't know. There's lagoons out there,
Yeah.
and they aren't vegetables.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is one of those. I feel like it's the same thing. Okay, so anyway, the Titan 4B rocket. This is one of the most prolific missiles, really. It is an intercontinental ballistic missile. Originally, they kept upgrading it. And this is the biggest, baddest version. This is the Titan 4B. This was the first interplanetary, I think the only interplanetary mission that this particular rocket has ever flown. And what it was a core stage here, liquid-fueled core stage, that was not monoprop. It was hydrazine. What's the word I'm looking for? Nasty stuff.
Somebody will write it up here.
Yeah, we'll get it in 10 seconds.
Somebody hit us with it.
Oh, we're getting Twister gifts in our Discord channel.
Another cow. Thanks, Sloppy.
People are gonna know what they're talking about. I don't know. Hypergolic.
Titan
There we go.
4.
Thank you. Hypergolic. Yes. Hypergolic fuels on both the first and the second stage. And this actually also flew the Gemini missions. They used the Titan booster, but they didn't use it with these giant solid rocket boosters. And then this particular mission had a Centaur upper stage, which is the same basically upper stage that they used on the Atlas V. But here's the crazy thing. For those of you rocket people out there, the upper stage used dual RL-10s, which we're going to see a Centaur dual upper stage just like this, flying humans this year with Boeing. Boeing's putting people on top of an Atlas rocket that has a Centaur dual RL-10 upper
That
stage.
sounds so dangerous, man. Is that safe?
I sure hope so.
Okay.
I mean, we're all planning on it being safe.
Wowzers.
Yeah, so this is so we have hypergolic fuels in these stages. We have liquid hydrogen up here in the Centaur upper stage, and we have solid rocket boosters. And I'm just gonna take this baby out to the pad because I think we're ready.
Oh my gosh, I'm so ready. I gotta say, Chris and Alex, thank you for welcoming me back.
Yes,
I've missed this. This has been a great.
I know.
We've had quite a break, but I'm so glad to be back, and thank you for welcoming
Why
me
have
back.
you been so busy? You've been a busy person. Where have you been? Why couldn't I get you in here?
Busy boy. Adventure.
Can I tell them what you were doing? Actually, I have told people what you're doing.
Adventure and a venture, if you will. Yeah, do it. Say, yeah, I will.
So my friend Jacob EQ / Uncle Dad /
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz pin wearer, opened up the premier ninja gym in all of the Midwest.
American
easily.
Ninja Warrior Training Facility.
Literally, it's unbelievable.
Thank you,
Because
man.
this guy used to be a professional pole vaulter. I don't know if we've mentioned that in the past.
We've got into it.
Paul
Jr.
You're a heck of an athlete, and here you are training kids and college kids and my brother-in-law.
And adults.
And
I'm
adults.
not training him. He would be training me. But yeah, we're working together on that.
Yeah, on the best gym. It's called Ninja U. It's in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Here it is. I'm not. This isn't some hyperbole here. It is genuinely the best ninja gym I've ever seen in the Midwest by far. I haven't seen a lot personally, but I've seen
I've only
pictures.
seen a few, and I feel like it's pretty hot.
It is. It's no joke. It's
Thanks,
like
man.
I love it. So that's why you've been so busy. You've been for the past year basically
Really getting after it.
really getting after it. But we're excited to have you back here.
I want to get back my feet on the ground and my head in space.
You know what that needs? It means we need to have a song.
How about our old intro song? Can we
need
pull
that.
out break
Yes.
out the band again?
Let's break it. The band's back in town.
Everyday astronaut can't keep a smile from his face. He's heading up to outer space. He's heading up to outer space.
Oh my gosh.
We still got it.
It's magic.
It is magic. So here we go. Woo! This is the crazy thing about this rocket. Oh, we didn't even do our alignment of Jool. We should probably do that, but later. We'll do that once we're in orbit. Here's the crazy thing about this rocket. It took off using only 2 solid rocket boosters. The core center stage didn't light at all. That's very not normal. Normally, like when you have a vehicle like this, anything down exposed at the bottom is going to light up.
It's going to blow up with the rest of it.
It makes sense. Like if you have engines exposed, use them. Add to your lift. They didn't do that. They just did this. 3, 2, 1.
Hip, hip. Take a chance. Do the
Did you
dance.
see it drop down a little bit?
Oh my gosh.
So look, only those solid rocket boosters are firing, and that's exactly what happened in real life.
And it's not even burning those.
So they're basically just dangling. They basically stuck giant rockets onto a rocket. They dangled it between that rocket. They threw that rocket up into the air really far, and then they turned the rocket on, basically.
It's a 2-stage, classic 2-stage blast zone.
You almost kind of had it, and in a way, you could almost think of this rocket as it's almost like a 4-stage rocket, really.
Okay.
Because it has you could almost think of the first stage. It wasn't technically. A lot of people said that the liquid core stage was still the first stage. But you have the solid rocket boosters, stage 1. Then you have this part, stage 2. Then you have this part, stage 2. Then you have that Centaur upper stage, stage 4.
Centaur.
It's just unbelievable.
Now, my memory is not what it used to be, but if I remember correctly, a solid rocket is just you light it and it goes. You don't have any control over it. It's like a bottle rocket.
That's exactly. You haven't forgotten.
I haven't forgotten.
You're exactly right. So a solid rocket booster, you light that thing up. The second it lights, you're going.
Okay.
And it might. Hopefully, you're going where you want to go. Oh, I didn't throttle.
We got corn boosters, it says.
everything corn. So now we lit up that core stage, the hypergolic core stage. In real life, I'm using the Kerbal, the Making History expansion pack. So we are using those J2s, I think they're called in here, which are they're J2s in real life. They're basically like the second and third stage of a Saturn V, but they're about the right thrust to weight ratio, about the right efficiency. Actually, they're probably a little too efficient if I'm being perfectly honest compared to the hypergolics. But yeah, here we go. We're starting to notice we're of course pitching over a little bit more and more.
Got to.
Why do we do that?
Well, if you go straight up, it's just like you don't want to go straight up.
Why don't you want to just go straight up? That's where space is.
Well, it is, but it's also up and over. You know what I mean?
Is it up and over? Is it like a U-turn?
You
want
to get in. You want to get into the orbit. You want to get into the atmosphere in a so you're going there, right? Wait a minute. You want to get in there so when you do get out into it, you're going in that direction and you'll just keep on going.
That's close. That's the closest you've done so far. The only reason you go up, on Earth at least, is to get out of the atmosphere.
Right. That's what I said.
You kind of said into the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want out.
Yeah. You want to get out of the atmosphere because that atmosphere will slow you right back down.
Yeah.
So, of course, here's another key thing. We're coming up on staging. This hot's fired. So the upper stage is actually going to turn on while it's still connected, like this.
Where's the blast going to go? It's going to blow the whole... Oh, it literally blew the whole thing off.
Pretty much. I mean, they would light it up and then they'd...
So wasteful.
It's scary, isn't it?
Michael L's got beef jerky ready to go. He's watching the stream.
Doing it right. Doing it right.
0007, thanks. My eyes, my life, thank you.
Ditching the fairings. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I hope that people like this as much as we like doing it. I personally love this stuff.
You know Jacob EQ.
I know that you love doing this.
Lenny Kravitz.
I've had people begging me to do more Kerbal. I've had people telling me to never do Kerbal again because I don't want to watch you play video games on your channel. I come here for education. If that's you, don't watch.
Isn't it like, don't you gain experience by watching a guy like me get educated, though? Isn't that part of education?
That's my theory. My theory is that...
Watch a guy who doesn't know anything get to know a couple little things.
That's my theory. That's why I like doing this.
Anyway.
But some people just think you're playing Kerbal. I don't pay you. They don't pay me to play Kerbal. You know, it's like...
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll go back to this real quick, because remember, the reason you even go up in the first place is to get out of that nasty atmosphere.
Get out of that dirty old atmosphere.
That atmosphere wants to slow you right back down.
We need the speed.
We got to have that speed. And that speed is basically just like you shot a football out of a T-shirt gun.
A T-shirt cannon.
Yeah.
Although, listen, I don't want to
done
get
that
down
before?
to the specifics, but a football is much bigger than the bore of a T-shirt cannon.
Have you tried putting a football into a... What kind of football? American football?
I guess you're right. It could be any football.
Yep.
One that they give you at the bank when you sign for a new account. That would be
What
the
kind
one.
of bank are you going to?
They give out little plastic footballs. Kids love it. Matt,
Are the
thank you,
kids
Brendan.
signing the loans, or why are...
The kids sign most of the loans. They have better credit than I do. We put their names on all of our mortgages.
Okay, so now we have just this dual centaur upper stage. That'll do our circularization burn. So we're going to detach from our kind of second/thirdish stage. And look, everything's going well.
Man, time to find some twisters, baby.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zip-zap out here to our apoapsis. That's our highest point in our orbit. So what happens if we speed up here at our highest point? Do you remember this?
Well, it's going to throw us closer to the atmosphere on our way back through. It's going to actually widen the whole parabola.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's going to, you speed up out at the end of that apoapsis. When you get to the axoapis, paploapis, paxloapis. What's the other end of it?
Periapsis.
The periapsis.
Yeah.
When you speed up on the apoapsis, it's going to actually widen out the periapsis.
Wait, say that one more time. Cause
I just keep thinking about when you go to the mall. When you go to the mall and you drop the quarters in the thing and
Yeah.
they're spinning around the...
which I do every day.
You can see it all right there. That is gravity and orbit. Is that right?
I mean, you're saying
If I
some
give
words
that, if I
are
give
right.
that little quarter a flick on his way out, he's going to go higher up on the other end.
Ooh, there
He's
you
going to
go.
come back. He's going to go higher up on the other end, and then he's going to come back, and you're going to make
You're
it, instead of a
right.
circle, you're going to make it into a big oval, a big
And
egg.
you would do that on the opposite end.
Yes.
Like if you flick it where it is,
It's
not
going to
go
get
higher.
No,
It's
going
going
to
to
go on the other end, and when it comes to turn around, it's going to go longer. Hey,
This is why you're here.
this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. Yeah, no, I have very simple understanding, but it's...
Sometimes that's the best.
Sometimes it's the best
Teach
way.
it to a kid. You can teach it to Jacob EQ / Uncle Dad /
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz pin wearing guy.
Anybody, really.
So we're gonna kick this on up exactly as you described, up to our apoapsis, our highest point. When we speed up here, that's going to increase our lowest point. We're just gonna circularize here. So we're gonna be in about 180 kilometer circularized orbit.
Wouldn't it be true that, though, I mean, this is just coming off the top of my head, most orbits are in the exosphere. When you say that... Okay, I read that here. Ultimate It Now maybe said that.
He's right. I mean, the exosphere does go out to like technically super far out, like
I'm
almost like
sorry
halfway
I
to the
took
moon or
credit for
something.
that. That was kind of dirty. Paul Jr., I miss you, man.
Paul Jr. and Sloppy, I think, are your biggest fans.
Those are guys. I love those.
And maybe Dakota too. I think
Love
you've got
'em.
some big fans in our Discord
Love
channel. I've been hearing they've been just eating up the idea that you're coming around.
Living on a prayer.
So here we go. I'm gonna pop up some a little bit of delta V here. We're gonna speed up. We're gonna get up to 182. So I'm raising this number here, the periapsis.
Got it.
So it's about that 180ish, 180ish. Good enough. Now here's the deal. I'm gonna keep this antenna stowed like this. I don't want to install it until we get out to Jool, which is
Will
kind
it
of
be
like
able to
Saturn.
hang with the force? I mean, oh, wait a minute. There's no gravity. There's no force on it. There's no
Unless-
air. There's no wind speed.
Right, but there would be a force if...
A meteor came by really closely. If we were down on Earth.
Well, yes, that too. But also,
If
what else could apply force to it in space?
all I can think is
If it's
meteor.
totally at rest...
wind.
What?
I don't know. I'm not usually. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm not kidding. I don't know.
If you were to be accelerating, if you were to turn the vehicle using thrusters or accelerating using
that would do it.
the engines, you're going to apply force and torque.
I thought you were
On
gonna
that beam.
throw it out and then apply force, and I was like,
We
don't
will
do that.
at some point, probably. We'll have to. We'll have to make maneuvers while that baby's out there.
And it'll be okay.
Well, that's why I pointed these engines all winky wonky.
George
See how these
Clooney.
how these engines are all silly?
Yeah.
These ones are pointing right in the middle of the center of mass of where that boom is, where that boom's going to be. Not where it is now, where it's going to be. and then tweak it, so that when it accelerates, it applies the force kind of right down the middle of it. It's not applying a ton of torque, and more not so worried about snapping off the big arm. I'm more worried about that big arm turning us sideways, because its center of mass is way out there.
Got it.
Where our center of thrust is over here.
Meanwhile, I think the position of these engines is going to put us into a triple Salchow, but you think that it's going to keep us straight. Hopefully, yeah.
In theory, we're going to pop on over to the tracking station.
Okay.
We're going to try and get ourselves a nice Jool alignment.
I love all the stuff that people are sending here. These rocket, that looks fake. That can't be real, right?
Yeah.
Is it Photoshop?
Yeah, that looks like some Photoshop.
Droid Omega. It's pretty good, though. No mass hitting it, Mike 368 says. Mike's one of our old guys, right?
Yeah, Mike's been around a long time.
It's a render, he says. Got it. I didn't mean Photoshop. I hope that wasn't.
Photoshop's okay to say Photoshop.
Good. I didn't know if that was a bad thing to say in this thing.
Oh, wait. Time till transfer. We're only 17 days away from our transfer window. I didn't do this on purpose, but we're...
Making up time. Shortcuts.
Kind of. I mean, we're just nailing it as far as our transfer window is going to be like, oh, no, it was minus...
We're in trouble.
We're on the opposite side of it. Maybe I should just stop here. I'm going to go for it. I feel like 20 days out isn't that big of a deal. I'm gonna try and get our we're gonna zip. Oh, here's the other deal. In real life, Cassini, in order to get out to Saturn, had to do so many gravity assists. It took every drop of power that it had to get it out to Saturn, and even that wasn't enough. So they actually had to do multiple gravity assists. They did 2 through Venus by dipping down to Venus and using Venus as a gravity assist.
Just rip down there, grab some of that grav, and go.
Grav and go.
It's gravy, man.
You're fired. So the gravity assist off Venus, another gravity assist off Earth in between those Venus runs. Then it swung out and got a gravity assist off Jupiter too. So it got some major additional delta V in gravity assists by doing all that. So, but we're not going to do that because this is Kerbal Space Program and we don't play by those rules. We're just going to, we have a lot. Kerbal's system is way smaller, way easier. We're just going to see if we can't get ourselves out to Jool anyway. And Jool is kind of more like Jupiter in this game, but you know what? Too bad. We don't really have a Saturn. Oh! We might have a...
Oh, RIP Grave Slingshot Maneuver, 9 days. Oh yeah, it must not have worked, apparently.
What are they talking about?
Somebody said RIP Grav Slingshot Maneuver, 9. Was there a bad situation when that didn't go so well? Because I'm just thinking it's all gravy.
It's gravy. Space gravity.
I mean, yeah,
it's gravy.
It's gravy.
It's great.
Space gravity.
Genuinely.
And give me some of that space gravity. Space gravity. It's gravy.
So I'm tweaking I love Space Gravity, by the way. Great song. Number 6 on the charts right now, I think. I'm going to pop out to Jool. I'm going to look at our transfer orbit because right now we're coming up over the poles. I don't want that. I want to nail this. I want to line up our inclination. Look at that. Oh, that's the wrong way, though. Daddy wants to do this right.
Man, you just one little move makes such a big impact.
Yeah, especially when you're like back, when you're really close, when you're taking off, when you're far away.
Because that gravity is going to assist you, and it's going to even multiply your. I don't know. About
It's more like if you have, say, I'm trying to touch something right here. Say you have a big pole.
Yeah.
And you want to move. Say it's a 1 meter long pole, and you want to move the end of it a little bit, right?
Yeah. Just
you barely
tiny little move. Tiny little move.
Now imagine if you had a 100,000 meter long pole and you want to just move it a tiny bit. We're talking
you just have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Or say you wanted to move it 30 meters. I guess it would probably maybe
just a little.
Down here it'd be like 30 meters. Out there you'd be like dink, dink. Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're just gonna tap it in.
Tap tap tap.
Just tap it in. So let's see here. There we go. There's our periapsis. I want to line this up kind of with
Dakota. Thank you.
I want to line
Mike 368. Thank you.
Are we getting some great compliments on?
Oh, I don't know. I swear I could fall asleep to the sound of Uncle Dad serenading me to a song about penguins flying through the sun. It doesn't even matter.
Normal, usual song requests. common. So I'm going to try to get us kind of lined up with Lathe a little bit. We're going to go into orbit around Jool first, because that's, in real life, they got around orbit of Saturn first, and then they popped out and did their Titan flyby. So we're going to do something kind of similar, but I do want to make sure we kind of have it easy on us.
Okay.
This is going to take 2,600 meters per second. Oh,
Seems
Lord.
awfully fast.
That's too much. I don't have that much.
That much time?
That much delta V, that much
Oh,
power.
we're running out of the juice.
Out of the juice and the tanks, and we've barely even touched the tanks.
And so in the old times, they would use everything they had just to get up there. So once they got up there, they're almost helpless. Is that right?
Well, in the old times, they used everything they had, and today we'd be doing the same thing. We'd be doing gravity assist, and the gravity assist would help you get out there when you don't have the delta V to get there directly. So really, if we were smart enough, we could do some kind of awesome maneuver around, like, you know, Eve or something, and slingshot our...
The moon.
The moon could actually help. You can actually use the moon as a slingshot, but it's not... oh, yeah, Tylo gravity assist wouldn't be a bad idea. We could do a Tylo gravity assist. Let's try and get it out here to... There we go.
Thanks, Primal Earth.
Yeah. So we're gonna set this as target. We're gonna find this, and we're gonna sling ourselves right on into an orbit, right from back here.
Oh, Big Bricky Studios is how you kill your Kerbals. Curious. We don't kill Kerbals on this.
Oh, if
On
there's
this
one
stream.
thing, Jacob, EQ / Uncle Dad /
Lenny Kravitz
pinwear doesn't allow.
Not on my watch.
You don't want one dead green guy on your.
Not on my watch. Those little green guys mean the world to me, and I feel like I have a fan in them. You know what I mean?
No, I don't actually.
I feel like they sense that I'm for them. I see them when I'm around. I see them working a little extra hard on the you know, in the build out deck there in the
Yeah, I keep talking.
in the
You're
warehouse.
You are saying some words.
In the warehouse, I feel like they work super hard when I'm around. It's because they know that I appreciate them and care for their well-being and happiness. And so I feel like they give it a little extra go for me when I'm here. Are they always moving that fast?
No,
Okay.
it is you.
So just to be clear, we don't take those little green lives
For granted.
for granted or lightly. They weigh heavily on our minds, as heavy as gravity.
Nice. I see what you did there.
Thank you.
You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go straight to a Tylo. I like that you had a monologue because I was over here.
You
studying
needed
this.
some work, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit us with a lathe encounter right off the bat, which would normally be Titan. We're gonna just drop that probe on a flyby.
Drop it in there. See if they got any NATOs going on.
Drop it on in. See if there's any NATOs going on. Some Torns. Some people call them Torns. Other people call them NATOs. You know what this means though? This is gonna happen in the middle of our transfer orbit. Oh gosh.
You know, Mike 368 is on the wagon. Mike, are you from France?
He's from Netherlands.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I messed up the flag. Jeez, I'm embarrassed. Mike is also concerned about the lives of these little green guys.
I'm glad some people are, because I'm sure not.
Come on.
Here's what I'm going to do. This is risky.
All right.
But
I'm
we
here
have
for risk.
32 minutes to link up to this.
Oh, with the arm?
Yeah, we're going to arm it now. Because otherwise, in the middle of our transfer window, we're going to let go of that and we'd lose the arm. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So
It'd be
I'm
a
gonna
total
target
failure.
this. It'd be a
Don't we
total-
need to have our guys out there in space to do this? Or is this sort of like one of the cheats that, like, it just happens for you?
No, there's no guys on this one.
Are you literally, you just launched that thing, basically? And are you
Yeah, it's a
going to catch
probe.
it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
So
you're
watch
going to
this.
catch it and you're going to link it like you're refueling a jet?
Yeah, basically. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just kind of aim this roughly at this. I'm going to switch on over to this thing. I'm going to target this guy. I'm going to point it right at the target.
Wow.
Like this.
Man, you're good at this.
I mean, I've got some hours. I've got some, some pilots have hours doing things. I got hours.
What kind of stuff are they doing? Basically flying, right? To get experience flying?
Who? Pilots?
Yeah. You just said they were doing things. I thought that was a generality.
Yeah, the pilots got hours. I got hours. I'm a pilot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They got hours.
Jake the Kid asks, "Hey Jacob EQ, do you know any EDA songs?" The truth is, I don't.
Yeah.
Everyday Astronaut is a superior musician to me. I can't. I wouldn't even begin to learn.
False. Look at that, though. Look it. I got the arm out.
Sloppy's got a little kid. Look
Oh, I know.
baby.
I posted a picture of their baby wearing it. This shirt, actually.
That's
it wasn't
awesome.
this shirt. It was a kid's onesie.
Cute babies.
Yeah. Isn't it? It's crazy.
Ben Steinman. Oh, man. Ben Steinman's on here.
Ben Steinman's in here.
Talk about me being
Outgunned?
outgunned in every way. Ben Steinman will outgun you.
Oh, anytime Ben Steinman.
Whether it's smarts, talent,
Technology.
charisma. I've been outgunned.
Height.
Height.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3", so I don't, every day I'm just feeling
What is
like,
that in
what's
meters?
up?
1.9?
6'3" is 1.94 meters, I believe.
It's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Tall.
1.94 is about 6'3". Hold on a
Talk up
second.
at Jacob, as some
Hold
people
on
say.
just a second. Hey Siri. How many meters is 6 feet 3 inches? Come on.
6 feet, 3 inches is equivalent to about 1.91 meters.
I was off. You were very.
I was
you were right.
close.
Yeah, I messed it up.
Leave it to the guy that constantly has to try to do meters to feet.
But how about Siri not embarrassing me for the first time ever? You know what I mean? You gotta hand it to Siri on that one. Thank you, Siri.
Hey, we're going to do our injection burn now. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I'm going to throttle in slowly because we do have that boom arm.
You want to break that off. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
It looks like a Toblerone piece of chocolate.
I know what you're talking about.
Anybody know what that's actually called?
The Swiss Alps Toblerone.
Toblerone.
I don't think anyone's ever pronounced it, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think we'd be cracking the code here if we were the first to.
Mike's 6'4". I mean, Toblerone. Toblerone.
Toblerone.
Paul Jr. Toblerone. Thank you.
We knew that.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to real quick say thank you to Alex Tutt, Ferret, My Eyes, My Life. You're finishing bachelor's in physics and appreciate your takes on the engineering. Well, that's awesome. I feel like my takes in engineering are a layperson's takes in engineering.
top.
But I know it's important. I know that engineering is how we literally solve so many problems. So great job. Great work. A little clap from us.
Hip hip.
Hip hip. And Matt Davis, hey guys, just woke up to watch you guys, and the song just made my AM. Need more of that in my life. By the way, I love the album, West Midlands, UK. You're waking up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's
thank
early.
you for joining
Look
us.
at that Toblerone.
Oh, Toblerone flew by.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Trust me, I'm an engineer. Huygens.
Huygens.
Is this the Huygens part?
No, this is still Cassini. This is the injection burn of Cassini. Notice that it's off
Where's
center
the
too.
Huygens in this?
The Huygens is this.
Oh, just the disc.
Just the disc. A little mushroom guy.
Got
Boop,
it.
boop, boop.
Huygens.
Huygens. Yeah.
Fergens.
So the other thing, shoot staging. We're gonna need to do that. I'm nervous. There's things that I forgot to do.
Parachutes and stuff.
Yeah, we gotta do parachutes, but I remembered them at least. That's a good idea.
Well.
I'm also. We are running short for sure on Delta V, but it's okay. That's why we do have some additional Delta V in here. Welcome to watch you guys. Yeah, so thank you, Matt and Brendan. I'll pay you to play. And Ultimate now. Most orbits are in the exosphere. We did talk about that.
We only talked about it because I took credit for that statement. I regret it, but not really.
I mean, credit, but
It
not
made
really.
me sound smart for 1 second. That's all I want.
For the first time.
No, I don't need to sound smart. I just want to be real. Jacob, talk Kerbal.
That's actually. Have you heard how they talk?
No.
They do like. That sounded more C3PO. Less Kerbal. So we're gonna end up being about. What are we here? Oh, my Sharona. We might be short total. Period. No matter what. Okay.
Even with our
kick stage,
The little X. Oh, she's run out.
we have 2 meters per second to do the world's most precise. This is a flop mission. I'm telling you that now.
you know what? I never believe you when you say that.
No, this actually is. This actually is.
Do you have enough to get us where we have to go?
No, that's the point. That's why this is a flop mission.
Houston, we have an actual problem. Oh, your little wall sconces.
Yeah, you remember the wall sconces.
That's what you're using. Is that using the regular old Delta V?
Wait, why does it say I have this much Delta V, but I don't have this much...
Oh boy, what have we done?
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Toblerone.
Okay, here we go. Getting away from this.
Oh boy, Cassini.
We're going to light these engines up. And notice I have a docking port here to steer through, so that we're steering through our center of mass.
Boy, that looks
just
like a
makes
hammer
sense.
or a tamper for an espresso machine.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't want to. You stay
think it
focused.
is. I think it
do
is.
what you got to do.
Okay, let's check in quick with our orbit. See where we're actually at. Oh, that's our orbit there. Let's actually. I think if we go south. Let's not use up our fuel. That's north. That's south. Wow, this thing handles really weird now. We're going to lower this orbit quick, align our orbital inclination. People are suggesting that I use RCS. The problem is RCS is also the same thing that runs our main engines. Oh, great.
More corn.
Maybe that wasn't helping that much. Oh, Jesus Cristo. Look at this. This is not good. I told you, I can fail.
I've not seen it.
I can fail, and I'm about to.
Man, that's the first step in failure is to say I'm about to fail. Just find a new way to phrase that, okay? Say it differently.
I'm about to win.
Yes, I
mean,
can
what would-
find a way.
what would-
If there's a way, I'm the guy to find it.
What would Fire Festival do?
They would find a way to make this thing go off.
Look at this.
To make these rich kids happy.
But did he?
I don't know, man. Some of them might have had a good time.
No one had a good time at Fire
We don't know that. We weren't on the island.
I know I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
I mean, maybe. I think we're full-blown screwed, guys. There ain't no way.
Sean Wick, thank you so much.
And Paul also hanging out. Hold on. This is make or break.
You stay focused. I'll take a look at the Discord channel. How does someone become a Discord member?
That's through Patreon.
The Patreon member.
It's an exclusive Patreon Discord channel. An awesome community. I'm really, really actually quite proud of the community. It is genuinely
And when you
unbelievable.
go to do different things, you run it by them. You ask them for advice. You ask them for research.
Mm-hmm. They help a lot.
They're like
and
sidekicks.
They are. I have like
pretty awesome.
the best sidekicks in the world.
It's pretty awesome.
It genuinely is. And I think that's the reason that my videos have gotten better throughout the years, you know?
They help you to hone in on what people want to see.
Exactly. And help with
HTO
research.
Hagen, wait, Tim, were you at Fire? I can just tell you, I'll cut in here. He was not at Fire Festival.
No. I'm not what some people would call a supermodel.
But you are a influencer.
I mean, maybe old everyday astronaut, you know, with the suit and the stuff. Maybe like that was.
You're an influencer, man.
Oh no, I'm wasting my precious Delta V. I have so little Delta V to spare. I'm just whamming this stuff.
HTO Hagen,
Oh,
having a good time.
okay. I got our lathe encounter with 19 meters per second left. I'm just gonna throw this thing right into lathe and hope it works.
Dude, I've seen you pull things out of the hat.
But normally you
More
can't.
spectacular than this.
Yeah, but normally you can't pull things out of a hat when you don't have anything left to pull out of hats. You know what I mean?
Is that true? Do you really not have anything left?
I'm down to 19 meters per second left. There is nothing I can do to change that.
You have a little bit left.
I forget how to get back.
Find a way, man.
What would Mark Watney do?
Mark Wahlberg?
Watney? Really? You not seen The Martian?
Yeah, I've seen The Martian.
Mark
Oh,
Watney.
that's Mark Watney?
Yeah, Mark
You know
Watney.
what? He'd go up there, take a little poop, grow some potatoes, and get on his way. That's what you need to do. Take a poop, grow some potatoes, and get on your way. Come on, Watney. Lose 50 pounds, 80 pounds.
Don't shower for a year.
Don't
Or two.
shower.
I'm already on that train. I feel like I'm well into that train.
Potatoes, Dakota knows.
I mean, I feel like the potato train. Wait, we're corn.
Science the shit out of him always.
This what?
Shirt.
Yeah.
Science the shirt off of it.
Science
Lenny
the
Kravitz,
shirt.
man.
Science the
You know
Lenny.
what? While we're going through this hard time, is there any chance for us? Is there any chance to fix this?
We'll see, honestly.
Okay.
I have no idea.
While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and Lenny Kravitz up.
Is this what we get for being Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Science the shirt out of this thing, man.
Science the shirt out of it. Oh, man. This might be a complete, utter failure. You know what we can do if it is a failure, though? We can always turn on the infinite fuel mod. Or like cheat. Not a mod. Cheat. Yeah, we're going to adjust course in Jool the second... Yeah. Second we can, we're going to.
I'm just
Jokes on Prongs 82, Alt F12. Funny thing is, we're not on Windows, so that's not going to do anything. Get ready, that's going to blow everyone's mind. They're not on Windows? How are they playing Kerbal? How are they gaming? You can't game on anything but Windows? That's the internet right now.
They're mad about Windows?
Yeah, of course. Hang on. Okay, so Drew, hang on, I've been really bored at work the past few days, and you're an expert on the ship called the Pants Destroyer. Thanks for keeping me sane during this day. Do you remember the Pants Destroyer? I did this really long thing. It was kind of during my Twitch days. I'm still kind of proud of that. I want to get back into being the King of Eve. I want to be the King of Eve. And Paul, Jacob Ninja EQ, me and Slappy requested your email many, many, many times. Don't remember why though. Also, you should call your gym Space Ninja. Ooh. I mean, now the gym's totally open and you've spent all the time and money and effort advertising
and getting the brand out there. Let's change it to Space Ninja.
Space Ninja. Space Ninja. Where you been, girl?
University Avenue, in front of the roundabout.
Space Ninja. Space Ninja. Where you been, girl? 'Cause I've been sending ya DM, Space Ninja.
I wonder where you're going with that.
Ninja. Where you been, girl? 'Cause I'm with you, Space Ninja.
And Alexander, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know what? I gotta take this scarf off, Lenny.
Yeah.
Lenny wasn't doing it inside, that's for sure.
No, Lenny knows better. Lenny knows better.
When are we gonna find out what's gonna happen?
Right now, literally right when we hit this
you
mark.
know what? Before you do it, I just want to say this.
Okay.
You can do it. That's all. It's just, you can do it, man.
We're about to find out. Here we go. Okay, what's our damage? What's the damage? Let's get out here to Jool. Let's take a little lookaroo.
Oh boy.
What's this gonna take? Hopefully almost nothing. That's a pretty close encounter. Okay,
Get us the lathe, baby.
We're gonna get you to lathe.
Huygens.
Okay, add a maneuver. We're gonna plan this out so I don't wonk it up from way out here. I want to just the least. Oh my
Space
word!
Pirate. Did we have a song called Space Pirate at one point?
I'm sure we did.
Space Pirate.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. What's the atmosphere on lathe? I think it's 50.
Like Evansdale.
What?
Like Evansdale, Iowa.
Yeah.
Same atmosphere.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Can someone remind me what's 50,000? Thank you. The Kerbal engineer popping in with the facts. 50,000. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just skim it. We're gonna go 54,000 so that our Cassini probe can go flying off. Eventually, the Cassini, in real life, we're not worried about that. We're really worried about Huygens. So we're gonna get Huygens down onto lathe, which is kind of like Titan. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to perform the world's tastiest maneuver you've ever seen. This has to be the most precise, most accurate, finely tuned maneuver I've ever performed.
Tamp that espresso.
Yes, I think Andy, our friend that owns Sidecar Coffee Shop, would be quite proud of this.
You want to tamp it level and fluid. You don't want any crevices or gaps.
Or Lenny crevices. So I am I'm just going to get rid of this even. I'm just going to get this down to the magic number, baby.
I'm so stressed out. Oh, this is not what I needed. I thought this was going to be easy going mission, Tim. Now you got me running through stress fields.
57,000 meters. This actually, you're right. Why do I always say it's impossible?
Man, it's like when they used to,
what
what was the show where they'd have to build a house for a family that needed it? We're never gonna get it done. The walls aren't up. The sewage isn't. You always get me every time. I'm just watching that show.
Just like Fire Festival.
Fire Festival, but they really didn't pull it off in Fire Festival.
See, that's what I'm nervous about.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna transfer all the monoprop we have left in this thing into the little tiny tank of the Huygens.
Huygens.
And we're gonna make sure that Huygens I'm going to leave a little bit left for the other one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to detach Huygens now.
Oh, but how will we probe the tornadoes?
Well, with Huygens.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's
Decouple node. Oh, there it goes. That is Huygens. I might have just made a mistake because I forgot that it doesn't have much battery life.
Escape.
Hang on. Maybe that battery will last long enough. Nope, it's still chewing up. Okay, hang on.
Sloppy just put another twister photo of a cow flying through the air. It's pretty good, man.
I'm going to fly us back real quick, wasting a little bit of everything. I'm going to redock. We can't do this maneuver until the last minute because we have very limited battery life.
So batteries are being used as a propellant here?
No, just to
Little
keep it
fans or
alive.
something? Oh.
Just to
How are you making it come back? Oh, no, you're making the main thing come back to it.
poop. Actually, I did both. It has its own probe. It has its own controls. It was its own little spacecraft.
Little fan? Nope, that wouldn't do anything.
That would not do anything in space.
Man, it's so hard to get my head around.
Oh, this stinks. We only
Jool, yeah, the planet, Doctor. The planet is called Jool. Not J-U-L, but J-O-O-L.
Jool, correct.
Not Jool, like the little e-cig thing.
Ain't nobody got time for that garbage.
Although you are sponsored by them. Just kidding. That's not true.
That's the least true.
Silly.
So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just zip on. I forget how to How do you just zoom back in on? There we go. On the probe. We're gonna do it.
Oh man, I'm so stressed.
So we're gonna fly on down.
Space Jam.
So right now we're actually technically falling towards Jool, or in this case, we're pretending like Jool is Saturn, and Jool's gravity
dragging us in.
pulling us in.
Caught a big one.
So at some point,
Come check it out, Paul. I got a big one.
At some point, the body you're about to orbit. So say you're even going out to the moon. At some point, the moon has more gravity pull on you or your spacecraft.
It's
than
just
Earth.
these circles, and you moved into this circle, and it claims you now.
It's gradients.
You belong to us now.
Yeah, and it's not like perfect circles where it's like at this point it's a gradient. It's like gravity's getting weaker on this one. It's getting a little stronger on this one, and now we're about to zip zap it on down. Okay, I hope our battery can last like 50 minutes.
What does the battery have to do? Because it has to be intact to actually accomplish the mission.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if we want to deploy our parachutes and do
Got
the
it.
rest of the
Got
mission, we got to have some battery life.
Dr. 3, ironically, here's my son, who's named Jules. That's a great name. With a Tim glowy moon. He loves this thing. Is it the same moon you have?
I have some glowing moons. Oh, that one! I saw those in my web store. Dr. 3, that's awesome. That's way cool. I have these like glow in the dark. They're battery powered, glow in the dark, or they can be plugged in. They're like
My
night
kids
lights.
would love that, man.
You don't have one?
No, I don't.
Let's get you one.
For real?
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Dang it.
I'm just gonna pay you in glowing moons from now on.
Pay me in
actually.
moons, baby.
If I'm being honest, like that's just how this is gonna happen. What am I calling this? Lathe. No, Titan. Fall. Titanfall. Isn't that a game or something? Titanfall?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just called it Titanfall.
You know what? The things that go in and out of your mind every day, you can't be held accountable for that. Tell the lawyers that when they come after you.
I definitely. Oh, by the way, Alexander says make the other guy play indefinitely. He plays great and his voice is great.
You know what? That's too nice, man.
It's the nicest thing that's ever
I
happened
don't
on the
deserve
internet.
that kind of praise.
You don't.
Drew Lynch. I've been bored at work the past few days.
Yeah, I already read that.
Oh.
You need to learn. You're fired.
You know what? Sometimes you read in your way and I read
You're
my
right.
way.
Yeah, we have different styles of reading. You and I do.
The Pants Destroyer. That's right. You did say that.
Yeah, I said that. You were.
Who did a Pants Destroyer? What
That was the name of my spacecraft.
the Pants Destroyer.
Yeah.
It's pretty suggestive.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
How?
No moons for you. Mulling. No moons for you.
So I'm gonna see if I can't. Get us
Dr.
lower
3
here.
says, by the way, Dr. 3 and Drew Lynch are both me. Are you double? No, I see. I thought you were saying that Mulling and you were the same. So Drew Lynch is also Dr. 3. That makes sense. I thought you were like double commenting. Which
This is all we got. We
Do
are
it.
out of propellants. We are out of everything but electricity, which I wish I would have had. I should have had a reaction wheel here because I don't know if we're gonna survive re-entry.
And this isn't the kind of thing that you could just, back up a little bit. This is a rebuild.
What?
This would take a rebuild to get correct, right?
I mean, at this, yeah. But I mean,
Man,
worst
you
goes
seem
to worst.
awfully close, though.
Here we go. Hey, look at that! It
Heat
oriented
shield.
itself. It oriented itself heat shield first. Passive stability.
Oh, passive stability.
Oh, look at those G-forces.
Oh my gosh, it's
Holy
shaking. I'm
cow.
so scared right now.
This...
Passive stability.
We did it.
What did you do to me?
I think we're getting
Made me so
captured.
scared.
This is an arrow capture.
Made me so scared.
Holy cow.
Passive stability. What did you do to me? You made me so scared. Passive stability.
I didn't think that was gonna work. You know, I feel like I do ham this up, but I did not think that was going to
Made me
work.
so scared.
No way.
Are we in?
I mean, that was an arrow capture, so the aerodynamic resistance, the atmosphere, slowed us down. It took all of that energy out. We had thousands of meters per second when we hit that. So that's like, I mean, it's screaming, and we're talking like, I mean,
1 billion miles per hour.
no,
Okay,
but,
sorry, I went too far.
but I don't know, 20,000 kilometers an hour or something, or maybe less, like 10,000 kilometers an hour relative difference. The atmosphere just scrubbed off almost all of that velocity. And now we can go ahead and we can deploy a drogue chute, which is going to take more velocity out. Whoo! Oh, good idea. We'll do F3, vegan anime, but they misspelled vegan, I think.
What did you do?
F3, we will show you the total G-force and dirt because that was crazy.
Took me all there. Made me so
We scraped
scared.
by with,
Passive velocity.
this is just pure luck. Sometimes you just watch a show here and you're just going to see some guys get lucky.
You know what? You say that every time. I don't know if I can buy it anymore, man.
But look at, you saw the margins.
I know it was scary.
I
You
couldn't-
made it seem scary. Was
But
it really
no,
scary?
I couldn't have planned that. Like, no one's
I'm so stressed out, man.
stupid enough to make it
So
that
stressed.
close to failing.
I'm so stressed out.
I mean, there's no way I could have planned that.
Gotta charge my phone. I don't know how you did it.
I don't know either. That's just one of those.
So you're being honest?
I
You were scared?
I
You got me scared.
I thought once we started to do our injection going out towards Jool, like when we were like leaving Kerbin or Earth, that burn was coming up so short. I go, we're screwed.
We're in trouble. You knew right away we were in
I
trouble.
knew then that I didn't think there was going to be a way. Also, we kind of skipped a step of, getting into orbit around Jool, which is an
We
important
just
step.
blasted in.
Because here's the deal. We're blasting in, but the problem is our Cassini spacecraft is just...
It's shot. It's
I mean,
gone.
It's
It's
not,
space
it's,
junk
It's
now.
not going into orbit.
It's space junk now.
Yeah, it's just kind of...
So this was not the plan. The plan was to come around one time to burn off some speed.
The plan was you actually have to spend energy to get into orbit. If you don't do an aero capture, if you're flying past a planet, you have to put on the brakes because there's no atmosphere, right? So say you're going out to... Ooh,
You got to fire in the opposite direction.
yes, and you have to slow yourself down to get yourself into orbit.
Man, I love to learn, man.
We are totally out of energy. We had no more energy to spend. But this was needing to go on a planet that had an atmosphere. So Titan in real life has actually a really, really thick atmosphere. So you can aero capture. You can hit it with no fuel remaining, basically. Excuse me. Basically like we did. Hit it. Boom. The atmosphere slows you down. You land.
The heat
on
shield
parachutes.
worked. If the heat shield had failed,
Oh, yeah.
it's over.
It'd be
Game
toast.
over.
It'd be
There's
toast.
tornadoes all over. We don't know anything about them.
There could be tornadoes and you wouldn't know anything about them. You know what's crazy? There actually are lakes on Titan.
Of water?
No.
Gas.
Kind of. Well, by
Like
definition...
slime. Basically slime lakes.
By def...
Is it slime?
No. What?
Like slime from the old show, you know?
The old show Slime?
No, you know the
Slime
show. What's the show where you like? It's a game show for kids in the 80s. And if they mess up, they get slime poured on their heads. Anyone? Liquid methane, I would guess, would be in the lakes.
Oh,
I'm just a guess. It's coming from the heart. I know. I don't like a filter where it comes from the mind to the heart.
it definitely doesn't come from this whole chat right here.
Thank you, Bradley Graham. Double dare. Thank you, Bill. Double dare. If you
Double
messed up,
Dare.
If you messed up, you got slime poured on your head.
That sounds like a terrible show. It sounds like
no kidding.
child abuse. at
Either
this
way,
point.
it is liquid methane. Obviously, no, it's not obvious.
No, so here's
Gross.
what's that's what's so crazy because Titan and the Saturn system is so far away from the sun. There's like no heat, right?
Okay.
Or it doesn't absorb much heat from the sun. There's no energy out there
Slime
from the
time.
sun hardly. And that's actually why the Cassini probe used nuclear RTGs, those are called, radioisotope thermonuclear generators or something. Radioisotopic thermoelectric generators, something like that. Anyway, they had 3 of those because there's so little energy from the sun, so you can't use solar panels. Really, it's too far away. So you have to bring your own power with you. Radioisotope thermoelectric generators. Boom.
Wow.
So it actually had 3 of them, and that's why we had those on Cassini.
Jool.
But the crazy thing is, because it's so far away, it's so cold that methane, if you were just to open up, I don't know where you'd store methane here, but if you were to have methane on Titan...
In a cow.
Yeah, in a cow, sure. But the cow, if it was on Titan, would be so cold, like minus several hundred degrees Celsius.
He'd just blow out all that methane.
It'd liquefy.
Okay. That's what I was going to say next. I wasn't sure if that was the way we were going.
Well, isn't it weird, though, to think... So we're used to, like... We're based on water. Like, our bodies are made out of water.
Mostly water.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's why if we get too hot...
Have some water right now.
Stuff starts dying. If we get too cold, stuff starts dying, right? We die off. But on another system, you can have methane, and that can become a liquid because it's so cold. It can be a gas. It can be a solid in some places. I don't know if there's solid methane on Titan or not. But isn't that weird just to think, like, I don't know, I just don't think about other
Methane
things
is
being...
the most versatile element.
Well, it's in the right temperature range that it covers that whole gradient. It becomes gas and water. Unlike, here, water can be in the air as vapor and all that stuff, or it can be water.
Or ice and solid.
Or ice is solid. Exactly.
There's a lot of ice here right now.
My physics is really bad, probably.
You can't do that on television, Slime. Thank you. Ben. Paul Jr. No. Oh, that was about a connection issue. Never mind. That just
don't worry. I don't think we have...
Man, I'll tell you what. You took me through the ringer. For our Season 3 debut, you really got me there. Excited.
Yep.
I was...
A real arc.
It was an arc. It was an arc of excitement. Trust. It takes a lot of trust for me to sit here and believe that you're not going to hurt. By the way, thank you for not sending any little green fellas.
I didn't send any little green guys out
we
there.
We didn't need to put a green guy on this ship, and I appreciate you not doing that.
Well,
those guys
thank
belong
NASA
back on Kerbal.
Thank NASA for designing the Cassini Huygens probe without people on it.
Thank you, NASA, for
because had they
designing
done
Cassini
that,
Huygens.
we would have had green guys on. Yeah,
probably using them as a heat shield, and that would have been horrible. But you did a great job. You took me through the gamut of emotions. I was feeling, yes, oh gosh, it's over. It's not going to happen.
I ran through all that too. So that wasn't some act. That wasn't some act. That's
it's
me.
real? Are you sure it's real?
Yes.
Oh,
you
gosh.
can't plan it. You can't plan this stuff.
You can't plan it. And look, we're about to drop onto a planet.
You can't plan it.
You can't. You're dropping on a planet.
Can't plan it. When you're dropping on a planet, you can't plan it. When you're dropping on a planet.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute.
It's just gonna. That was actually risky. It could have landed in the liquid.
Can't plan it. When you're dropping on a planet. Oh, damn it. You can't plan it. When you're dropping it on a planet. You can't plan this. Can't plan this. Can't plan it.
So, that's actually true. They couldn't necessarily plan.
Oh my gosh.
Where they were gonna land because they couldn't see the clouds are so thick on
Landed.
Titan.
I should have used landed in the song. Carry on.
You couldn't see it. The clouds are so thick. They didn't actually have any idea where that thing was going to land. It could have landed, boopity boopity boop, on a liquid.
on a volcano. It could have.
Yeah, it could have landed on a volcano.
Do they have those there?
Yeah, I don't know about volcanoes. Enceladus has volcanoes, and so does, I think Europa has ice volcanoes.
The bike shop?
Oh, ditch the heat shield. Not a bad idea, someone suggests.
Oh, it's probably heavy. It's made out of lead.
Look at this.
No way.
We are rising to the surface.
Oh my gosh.
This goes out to Luke.
Oh, we just breached the water. You can't.
Plan it.
Or Polaris, babe.
Dang where you landed. When you go into a planet. You can't plan it. We go into a planet. You can't land it.
Polaris Bear just saved.
Polaris. How do I comment on his comment
Life?
section in his life? I just want to comment.
I
on
would
his
follow
life.
him on Instagram, Slack, Twitter, BuzzFeed, planetorganizers.com, channel finder, YouTube. Subscribe, smash that like button to them on YouTube.
And comment.
And
Love
comment.
you, bro. Bang.
Boom. Share
It's
with your
gone.
friends.
Oh. Shared. Done. Did it all.
Oh, yeah, we do need to switch to the heat shield. Look at how fast this baby's dropping.
It was made out of lead all along.
It was just an old
Flip it
leady
over. It's
heat
like a
shield.
nice
Ooh,
cutting board.
look at
I like
this
a cutting
is
board.
like Jack. This is like Jack from the Titanic.
Oh my gosh, Rose.
Rose.
Although I gotta say, you guys can comment if you want. Wasn't there room on that
Piece of wood?
piece of wood for Jack and Rose? There seemed like there was so much room.
Buoyancy.
Buoyancy,
is
yeah,
an
but
issue.
it wasn't even like you could see the surface of it. Like it could be buoyant and still 6 inches under the water. It wouldn't change anything.
You don't think they tried that?
They literally didn't, right? Look at Sloppy's like scientifically yes. Dakota says I think yes. The buoyancy, but you gotta remember the buoyancy could still hold them both up if it was just inches under the water. Anyway, this is miraculous. It looks like a cutting board. I love different woods combined. Whether it's a cutting board, a homemade cutting board, a woodworker would make or whatever. I love that.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore. But look at there's our little tiny probe on a
This is
big giant planet. This is basically all water. This planet you gotta try hard. This moon, sorry, you have to try really hard to find land. We weren't so lucky, but we did land. We got some data in real life. They had a heck of a time actually surviving this in real life too. It had just things go crazy the whole way through. Doppler shift and all these different things. So scientific instruments weren't working. Forgot to turn on like a transmitter. All these things didn't really end up going so well. But it still did get... We have pictures of this thing landing on Titan. You see the parachute falling away. You see the heat of liquid methane.
What was the planet actually called?
Titan.
We have a planet called Titan?
Darn right we have a planet.
I thought that was just the Kerbal.
No. This is Lathe.
Oh, got it.
Real life Titan. It's not a planet, sorry. It's a moon called Titan. It orbits around a planet called...
Saturn.
Boom. We learned something. You learned at least one thing.
I learned a couple of things. Don't sell me short. Hey, I gotta say to you, every time you come through, you are really a fantastic player at this game. And it's not just the game. You have an understanding of trajectory, gravity, people's hearts, and planets. And Thank you for that, because it's been
Mostly
quite a
people's
ride.
planets.
People's planets.
I have a real heart for people's planets.
Thank you for that. It's been
You
a
know,
ride.
you are quite welcome, Jacob. And I think we're going to close it on out here. Before we do, what do we need to do?
Just like.
What do you want to do?
I just want to say, like, man. Thanks.
I'm glad you want to do that. That's nice. My internet thing isn't working. What's that called? Internet?
Yeah, it's the internet. We live in a place with some of the fastest internet in the world.
This is fact.
What is going on here?
I mean, the problem is I can't even get into like my web browser. Like, it won't even let me go.
I feel like people have hacked you because they're so angry at the amazing mission that you just accomplished. You had me believing that this was a no-win situation, and then you know what you did?
Nailed it.
You took negativity and you just slapped it until it fell over into the positivity column.
I feel like that's my mantra in life. Positivity.
Talking about this merch.
Yep. So I opened a new web store. Remember my stress when I was trying to open up that new web store?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Because we ended up. Oh, did I tell you about the? I haven't told you about this. I have told some of these guys about this. But first off, you know about these. We have the
a fly swatter. Let me see that. Man, that's like a really nice. What is it? A coaster?
It's not a coaster.
Is it a grid fin?
Yeah, it's not a grid fin. Wait, yeah, it is a grid fin. It's a grid fin, not a coaster. No, here I got.
Looks like a
better.
fly swatter.
I got something better for you. So get this.
This is really nice, though. I mean, like honestly, this is actually very well
You
made.
get 4 of them. But guess what? Screw that. I tried to order up some everyday astronaut rockets like
look at
this.
those. Those
I
are
thought this would be
great.
like they'll be branded everyday astronaut.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the one.
You'll see. So I did this.
What is that? Like about 10 inches long?
Yeah, like probably what?
That's cool. Is
3
it
centimeters or
Falcon Heavy?
something? That's
V2?
no. That's okay. So ready? I ordered what I thought was this with like my logo on it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Want to see what I got from Alibaba?
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see. It's like it's a lot different.
First, let me point out the flaws. First off, the peg is on the rocket, so you can't just like lay the rocket down somewhere.
It's floppy, and it flops in that hole.
It flops in that terrible
Let me
hole.
see that flop. Yeah, you wouldn't want that at takeoff because
No.
you could go into either this way or that.
You know,
and also,
Titusville,
I
Cocoa
can't
Beach.
help but notice that it's just much smaller.
Smaller is the word. Yeah. The other thing, I'm guaranteed this is from China, and I bet you anything this is toxic. What do you want to bet?
Like bad.
I guarantee it. They probably don't have like problems with. Sure, this is just made out of lead and asbestos,
Gunpowder.
and gunpowder. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick these in my web store because I now have almost 100 of these.
Wait, you just told me they're toxic. You want to sell them to your
Yep.
friends?
So don't buy these, and I'm gonna sign them. They're gonna be called "Tim got ripped off from Alibaba, tiny little dumb rockets / signature holder," because I'm gonna sign them because I normally don't have merchandise.
That's
on site.
actually very cool.
Signature holder.
I would buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just need to not lose my entire shirt on it because I got totally ripped off.
It's great though. They're great.
Well,
Keep
guys.
signing 'em.
Oh, Matt, nice one right before we close out. I'm going to go back to sleep now, but you should have your friend in more of your streams because you guys bounce off each other, known as a bromance. We know this. That's why this is season 3 of Todayish In Spaceflight History. I hope you guys learned something. I'm trying to make it so we actually do a little bit more of the learning aspect of this and not just the dinking around on Kerbal.
I mean, what can you do better than teach a guy who knows nothing something?
That's what I think, too.
Isn't that your whole philosophy?
It is. That's my whole philosophy.
I'm glad I could be here to enjoy it and experience it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. Everyone, thank Jacob EQ / Uncle Dad for making it back in here again, taking time out of his busy life to come entertain us and help me do a successful mission. Yeah.
That's generous of you.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Let me know if you guys want us to do this more. I do plan to do at least a handful of episodes of this again. I really enjoy doing this. This might just be a personal thing. I don't care if you guys like it or not. Sorry. I enjoy doing this. I think this is fun. I think it's worth the time. And I just think it's a good way to spend a Wednesday night. So hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's going to do it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people. Bye, guys.